Guys, in this video also I'm going to talk about a new lesson. It is the 7th lesson in grade 7 science textbook presented by Zehan Ahmed. Before I start this lesson, I like to give some introduction for you, like my previous video. So guys, are you ready for now these introductions? Here we go. Introductions. Identifying what is energy, learn main forms of energy. Under that we learn kinetic energy, potential energy, electrical energy, sound energy, light energy, thermal or heat energy, chemical energy. Finally we learn energy transformation. Okay, so we do various types of work in our day-to-day life. Animals and machines also do work. So there are some different types of work, such as running a vehicle, lifting a weight, rotating a fan, running, washing clothes, writing an essay. So let's see. Let us do an activity to show man needed energy to do something. So in this activity, you will need a piece of a rubber band or any other structural thing of that size, and a meter rule. So you have in this part you have to stretch the rubber band one by one. Like you can use your friends or any other person. So you have to stretch it as much as possible one by one. So you can observe the maximum length of the stretched rubber strip was different from person to person. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let's see. What is energy? Energy is ability to do something. So in previous activity we talk about the energy. So International Unit of Measuring Energy is Joule. Earlier in my introduction, I told you there are some forms of energy. Under that, we learned the energy is kinetic energy. So kinetic energy means the energy stored in moving object is called kinetic energy. So, okay. So kinetic energy is used to produce electricity. So, for example, in hydropower stations, they use kinetic energy of flowing water. Wind power stations, they use kinetic energy of blowing wind. Grinding mills, they use to grind grains by using kinetic energy of water. Wind. Okay. So, let's learn the next type. It is potential energy. So, potential energy. What is potential energy? Energy stored in an object because of a change of position or change of the shape is known as the potential energy. Okay, so let's identify what is this potential energy. So you can see some examples for potential energy. So first one is attributed to mass and position is potential energy. So you can see a rock in a higher place, and gravitational potential energy. You can see so many diagrams. Okay, so what are the instances of potential energy? Water in a reservoir at a higher place, objects on a table, energy in a mango fruit at higher branch, energy in stretched rubber band. So let's talk about the next type is electrical energy. So we can convert electrical energy to other forms such as sound energy, light energy, kinetic energy. Okay, so next type is sound energy. So let's see a fantastic video to show the vibration of sound.
first experiment for the cymatics music video is called a Chladni plate. Now, Chladni plate's basically a metal plate attached to the top of a speaker. There's sand on top of the plate, and you play different tones through the speaker. The plate vibrates, which forms different shapes depending on the frequency of the sound.
Well, we blew up a lot of speakers with the Chladni plate. So there was a lot of experimenting around the Chladni plate, primarily looking at how much volume we can put through there, how much sand to actually put on the plate, and the different shapes of plates and what different patterns would be created because of those shapes. But what we were really testing was what frequencies create the most interesting repeatable patterns, because that was a key point. So we ended up playing pretty much every audio frequency through the plate to see what different shapes it would form.
And for most frequencies, it doesn't really do much, but when it hits a frequency that resonates with the plate, it forms a really nice pure shape. So we found out what those tones were, and those were the tones we used to draw the plate in the video.
Okay, the next type is light energy. So, do you know green plants manufacture food using light energy? This process is known as photosynthesis. Here, light energy is stored in plants as food. Energy is supplied to the whole living world by these food produced by plants. Okay, so the next type is heat or thermal energy. Okay,
Hello.
so let's see this video. This video shows more about heat energy. Okay.
Hello, I'm Jared, back with more experiments on the idea that warm air rises, heat rises. So why? You can see that heat rises with different experiments that we've already shown you. Why is that happening? So to show you that, I have a bottle with a balloon on top, and what's inside the bottle? Air is inside that bottle. Well, we can do something to that air. We can heat it or cool it to show you what's happening. And just so you can see what's happening, I put the balloon on top to capture that air. So I have a hot plate. I'm heating up a pot of hot water, not sticking my hand in it, it's pretty hot. A plastic bottle. When I stick the bottle in the hot water, it's going to heat the air inside that bottle. And you can see almost instantly that this air is actually rising. Well, why is it rising? It's because the molecules of air are heated up and they're actually spreading out. They're spreading out, becoming less dense, becoming lighter. And you can see all the air in this bottle is expanding, spreading out, taking the space up in this balloon. Wow, it's not going to blow up till it pops, but it is expanding. And as that air is heated, it expands and it becomes lighter than everything else around it. So it's taking up more space. Those molecules are moving around quicker, bumping into each other. They need more space. They're expanding. Well, now I have a bucket of ice water. I'm going to slow those molecules down. Drop it in. Almost right away, that air is collapsing, condensing down. You can see there's no air in the balloon because that air sinks. It drops. It's less dense. And all those air molecules are slowing down, coming tighter together. They don't need as much room. Wow, it's almost sucking the balloon into the bottle. Warm air rises, cold air sinks. Neat concept. Thanks for watching. Hello, I'm Jared.
Okay, so let's make a steam turbine. So you will need for that activity, you will need a small tin can, a sheet of aluminium, a cork stopper, few pieces of wire, a tripod, a burner. So method for this activity is bore a small hole at the middle of the lid of tin can. Put a small amount of water into the can and close the lid. Make a turbine fixing pieces of aluminium blades to the cork stopper. Using the pieces of thick wire, hold the turbine above the hole of the tin can. Place the setup on the tripod and heat it using a burner. So discuss the reason for what you observe. Okay, so let's see what is you can observe. So this is the way you can observe this practical way. Okay. So the turbine is rotate. Okay, so next form of energy is chemical energy. So it is the last type of energy we learn. Okay, this energy is produced by a chemical reaction. Okay, so identify chemical energy. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of chemical compounds like atoms and molecules. This energy is released when a chemical reaction takes place. Usually, once chemical energy has been released from a substance, that substance is transformed into a completely new substance. Okay? So, next one is energy transformation. What is this energy transformation? One form of energy can be converted to another form. This process is known as energy transformation. So, like that, we can convert solar energy to electrical energy. Okay, so I think you can understand the lesson like that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, so goodbye.